晚上好，
晚上好，
请问火车站怎么走？
你想怎么去呢？
那坐地铁吧。
地铁站不远，在这里左拐就到了。
坐公共汽车也行吗？
公共汽车站在那边，100米就到了。
坐飞机呢？
坐飞机，你吃错药了吧？
开玩笑。坐出租车呢？
坐出租车会贵一点。
那还有什么办法呢？
走路最好。你看，火车站就在这里。笨蛋！
Hi there and welcome to a new lesson, Beginner's Chinese. My name is Oliver. This lesson is all about public transport. In order to understand everything, you must have studied all my previous lessons.
晚上好。
晚上好。
Wawa and I greet each other saying 晚上好. Wan means late. And 晚上 means on the late or evening. So 晚上好 means good evening.
晚上好，
晚上好，
请问火车站怎么走？
I ask 火车站怎么走? 火 means fire. 火车 is a fire vehicle or a train. Jan means a station or a stop. If you first say a location and then ask 怎么走, which means how to go, then in English that would be how do I get to that location. So 火车站怎么走? How do I get to the train station?
请问火车站怎么走？
请问火车站怎么走？
你想怎么去呢？
Wawa asks, 你想怎么去呢? 去 means to go. By now, you know two verbs that mean to go. 去, that is to go in general, in any possible way. And 走, that means to go by foot, walking. 你想怎么去呢? You want how to go, or how do you want to go? This question is a question word, how. So therefore you don't say ma at the end. So in proper Chinese, the question would be 你想怎么去? But most people will also say na at the end, expressing curiosity. This is colloquial Chinese.
你想怎么去呢？你想怎么去呢？
那坐地铁吧。
I answer, 那坐地铁吧. If you start a sentence like this with na, then you do that to think for a second about what you're going to say. In English that would be well or This verb, 坐, means to sit. If you study this character, you will see two persons leaning against a tree. They sit. You use this verb to indicate that you travel by public transport. For example, you sit the subway, or you sit the plane, you sit a bus. 地铁 means subway. Di is ground and tie is iron. It's the iron under the ground, so subway. Ba at the end of a sentence can have several meanings. For example, to weaken an imperative, make it sound more friendly. A second meaning is to make a suggestion. For example, when do you want to eat? I suggest now. 现在吧. 那坐地铁吧. I suggest by subway.
那坐地铁吧。
那坐地铁吧。
地铁站不远。
Wawa says, 地铁站不远. Yuan means far. So, 地铁站不远, the subway station is not far.
地铁站 不远。地铁站不远，在这里左拐就到了。
She says, 在这里左拐就到了。这里, that was here. You can also say 在这里 at here, which also just means here. Turn to the left, that was 往左拐. You can also just say 左拐, turn left. 就到了 means then you have arrived, or and then you're there.
这里往左拐就到了。在这里左拐就到了。
坐公共汽车也行吗？
I ask, 坐公共汽车也行吗？公共汽车, that is a bus. As you know, 公共 means public, so 公共汽车 is a public bus. 坐公共汽车也行吗 is going by bus, also okay.
坐公共汽车也行吗？
坐公共汽车也行吗？
公共汽车站在那边。
She says, 公共汽车站在那边。边 means side. 这边 is this side, and 那边 is that side. 公共汽车站在那边. The bus stop is on that side.
公共汽车站在那边。公共汽车站在那边。100米就到了。
Wawa says, 100米就到了。100 is 100. Attention, in Chinese, 100 always is 100. So 100. Mi is a meter. 100米就到了. 100 meters and then you've arrived.
100米就到了。100米就到了。
坐飞机呢？
I ask, 坐飞机呢? 飞机 is an airplane. 飞 means to fly, and 机 is a machine. So 飞机 is a flying machine, what we call an airplane. 坐飞机呢? What about going by plane?
坐飞机呢？
坐飞机呢？
坐飞机，你吃错药了吧？
Wawa is surprised and says, 你吃错药了吧? As you know, the verb 错 means to make a mistake. There's something funny you can do with this verb. If you say 错 after another verb, then it means that you did that verb wrong. For example, 我看错了. Kan is to see, so I saw it wrong. Or 他问错了. When is to ask. He asked wrong. Or 你吃错了. 吃 is to eat. You ate wrong. 药, that is a medicine. 你吃错药了吧? I suggest you ate the wrong medicine. In English that would be, are you crazy?
你吃错药了吧？坐飞机，你吃错药了吧？
开玩笑。
I say 开玩笑. The verb 开 means to open. 玩笑, that is a joke. 开玩笑, to open a joke. In English, I am joking.
开玩笑。
开玩笑。坐出租车呢？
I ask, 坐出租车呢? This is one of the trickiest Chinese words. 出租车, literally outlanding vehicle. We call that a taxi. 坐出租车呢? What about going by taxi?
坐出租车呢？
坐出租车呢？
坐出租车会贵一点。
娃娃 says 坐出租车会贵一点。This verb, 会, is a very interesting one. You've already seen it once. It means can, after you've learned something. Besides that, it's used to indicate future tense, just like will in English. For example, 我会吃饭, I will eat. If you say 会 without a second verb, then it means will be. 一点 means a bit. 坐出租车会贵一点. Going by taxi will be expensive a bit.
坐出租车会贵一点。坐出租车会贵一点。
那还有什么办法呢？
I ask, 那还有什么办法呢? 还 means still or yet. So 还有 means is there still? 办法, that is a way or method. 那还有什么办法呢? Well, there is still what way? Or is there any other way?
那还有什么办法呢？
那还有什么办法呢？
走路最好。
娃娃 says 走路最好。路 that is a road. 走路 means to walk the road. We just say to walk. This awesome little word 最 turns any adjective into a superlative. For example, 最好, the most good or the best. Or 最大, the most big, so the biggest. Or 最贵, the most expensive. 走路最好, walking is the best.
走路最好。走路最好。你看，火车站就在这里。
She says, 你看，火车站就在这里. Look, the train station is here.
你看，火车站就在这里。你看，火车站就在这里。笨蛋！
And finally, she calls me a bentan. Ben means dumb. And dan, that is an egg. So, bendan, that is a dumb egg. In English, we would say a dummy.
笨蛋！
Now I will show you the dialogue once more, but this time without subtitles.
晚上好，
晚上好，
请问火车站怎么走？
你想怎么去呢？
那坐地铁吧。
地铁站不远，在这里左拐就到了。
坐公共汽车也行吗？
公共汽车站在那边，100米就到了。
坐飞机呢？
坐飞机，你吃错药了吧？
开玩笑。坐出租车呢？
坐出租车会贵一点。
那还有什么办法呢？
走路最好。你看，火车站就在这里。笨蛋！